Welcome back. Today we'll be making pap. In my last pap making video, I received several questions and I would love to address them in this vlog. One of the questions was about the measurements of my grains. I purchased 1 mudu each grain, which is half a penta of each grain. From that, I divided the grains into 2 parts. For this recipe, I'm using a quarter of what remained from the last batch I used. It is very important to wash your grains thoroughly because grains, especially millets, often contain a lot of sand. Another question I got was why we shouldn't put our hands in the fermentation water. The reason is that it can affect the fermentation process, causing the pap to develop an unpleasant odor. During fermentation, it is crucial to change the water every day. When changing the water, avoid putting your hand into it, as it can hinder the fermentation process. This might prevent the grain from softening properly and fermenting well. I'm trying out fruity pap for the first time. I have always heard about its amazing nutritional value and how healthy it is. So I'm really excited to give it a try. I use cloves. This is my first time of using cloves in making pap. I've heard so much about their health benefits. It boosts immune system. It supports digestion. Cloves are packed with antioxidants. I'm using both red and green apples. Apples are rich in dietary fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants. Also, I wanted to add natural sweetness to the pap. I use carrots. Carrots is good for eye health and skin, and also rich in vitamin A. I use dates. Dates are a natural sweetener. So I wanted to give this pap that natural sweetness and also help in boosting digestion. I use tiger nuts. Tiger nut is good for the heart and helps muscle function. You can use your ginger. Ginger is good. It helps for digestion. Groundnut is also good. It is rich in healthy fat. Soya beans is also good. It is rich in protein and calcium. You can use it as well. So for this recipe, I'll be doing things differently. Instead of blending everything together, I'm keeping the flavors and the textures separate. This idea actually came from you, my amazing subscribers. Some of you suggested this method and I'm super happy to try it out. Now let's dive into making this delicious and healthy pap. This is the last day of the fermentation. I will wash my grains, rinse it, and head over to the commercial operators, or commercial blenders. But before that, you can also make use of your blender at home if you have a very strong blender. But in this recipe, I use commercial blender because it saves time and energy. This is an experiment to show you that you can make pap using a home blender. If you have a strong one, emphasis on strong blender. If your blender isn't powerful, don't try this. You might damage the one you use for blending your tomatoes. I have finished blending my fruits. I will now sieve out the chaff, keeping only the juice. The juice is the key ingredient for making this fruity pap. If you are still watching, please consider subscribing. This is the best way to support my work and let me know I'm doing a good job. Also, if you haven't seen my detailed video on making natural pap, check it out. It has over 14,000 views and is very informative. The main difference is that this recipe is a new twist. We are making fruity pap. That's just the thing. I will attach the thumbnail somewhere on the screen. Creating content can be discouraging at times, especially when unexpected things happen. For example, after blending my carrot for pap, I accidentally spilled it while trying to store it in the fridge. I was so annoyed, but I bought more carrots, blend them again, and got it done. If you haven't watched my pap making video yet, check it out on my channel. It is the first video you will see. Watch it to gain more knowledge, and feel free to ask questions or suggest improvements in the comment section. Let's make it interactive. I'm not a nurse, a doctor, or dietitian, but I share tips based on my research and advice from experienced mothers. For instance, you can start feeding your baby pap around 4 to 6 months depending on your preference. Start small to monitor your baby's reaction, since it can cause constipation or soft stool in some cases. You can also add ingredients like ginger or groundnuts, although I personally don't prefer ginger in my pap. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It is free and encourage me to create more content. Let's engage in the comment section. I will do my best to respond or seek answers from others. If you don't have a pap cloth, don't use the same cloth you use to sieve the chaff to store the pap for draining water. Instead, you can use a clean pillowcase. If you don't have one, you can buy a new pillowcase from a thrift store or ask a tailor to sew a pap cloth for you using a material like doll face fabric. Here, what I did, after sieving out the water, I left the pap to sit for a day so it could settle. Look at how creamy and smooth it turned out. I'm so happy. Am I the only one who feels proud when something works out perfectly on the first try? Once the water is drained, I store the pap and leave it for a few more hours, or you can leave it for a day. Afterwards, I mix it with blended fruits. Keep watching to see the rest of the process. The water has completely drained from the pap and is now firm and dry. Let me untie it so you can see. Look at how strong and dry it looks. The next step is to start mixing the ingredients. If you have your gloves, use them. I don't have gloves, so I made sure to wash my hands thoroughly since I'll be using them to mix the pap. You need to mix it well because the pap is very firm. As you pour in water, massage it thoroughly with your hands until it's well combined and smooth. Be sure to add your juice gradually, bit by bit, to avoid ending up with watery pap, unless you prefer it that way. I kept massaging it vigorously to break up any lumps caused by the firmness of the pap. The goal is to mix it until it's smooth and evenly combined. I didn't use all the juice. I had some leftover. As both the producer and the tester, I ended up drinking it myself. A subscriber recently commented on my last pap making video saying she doesn't sieve out her pap. Instead, after blending, she just drains the water and stores it. So I decided to give it a try. Honestly, there is not much difference in taste or texture. You won't notice the chaff, but for me it's a no. Maybe it's just my mindset, but I prefer the sieved version. Please forgive me. I don't know what happened. I know how to make pap. I do. My pap is usually thick, but today I don't know what happened. The pap, especially the one with chaff, turned out watering. For storage, I always keep my pap in the freezer. Some of you ask me where to store it if you don't have a freezer or constant electricity. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure because I store all my food stuff in the freezer. However, I know some people store pap in a bucket and change the water daily. That's an option you can try. Voiceovers are not easy. I'm tired. Please encourage me. Maybe because I haven't haven't been asking. Some of you just watch my videos without liking, commenting, or subscribing. Please help a sister out. I'm working to hit my YouTube target. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you as you do so. It really makes a difference. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.